Welcome to Crack Pack. My name is Andrew. Today we're cracking open Innistrad Crimson Vow. Let's get cracking. Our first card today is a wild card, followed by a zombie token. And we have an island for our land. Then Ill-Tempered Loner, which transforms into Howlpack Avenger. So Ill-Tempered Loner for 2 red is a 3/3 creature. Reads whenever Ill-Tempered Loner is dealt damage, it deals that much damage to any target. Then for 1 and a red, it can give itself +2/+0 until end of turn, and it is daybound. So then when it becomes night, the Howlpack Avenger is a 4/4 creature. It reads whenever a permanent you control is dealt damage, Howlpack Avenger deals that much damage to any target. And it also has the same for 1 and a red, can give itself +2/+0 until end of turn, and it is nightbound. So this creature on both sides really just wants some chip damage being dealt to itself or to any permanent, any creature that you control. So then it can throw that damage to another target. And that's okay. It's a nice effect. It's a nice thorn effect, right? If you see like your opponent is going to be somehow dishing out like 1 damage or 2 damage to all of your creatures, so it's small enough that this doesn't die, but it is damage being dealt, then getting to throw that back at any target, that's going to be nice. And if it's on the Howlpack Avenger side, it's going to look at and see each one of those individual instances of damage and let you throw each one of those back at any target. And both sides do say any target, which means you could target your opponent. If your opponent is unprepared for that, if they didn't read the card well and throw this huge, like, deal 3 damage to every creature effect, and you happen to have a lot of creatures out, you could direct all of those instances of 3 damage at their face and win the game off of it. You could also use that to your advantage and kind of surprise your opponent and do it to yourself, because it doesn't say that it has to be from your opponent. You could do that same, deal 3 damage to all of your creatures, so that then you can be throwing the extra or all of that same damage right at their face. And that's probably how I would try to use this, is probably in like a Rakdos style deck where I'm getting a fair few creatures out, and then I'm using some of the more widespread small damage from black to get just a whole bunch of damage triggers stacked up for either side of this to start throwing at my opponent. If you have a different idea for where Ill-Tempered Loner could go, let me know in the comments below. Next we have Sigardian Paladin, Frenzied Devils, Wedding Security, Fearful Villager, which transforms into Fearsome Werewolf, Moldgraf Millipede, Spore Crawler, Traveling Minister, Undying Malice, Lacerate Flesh, Perish Blade Trainee, Mind Leech Ghoul, Griff Rider, and Cradle of Safety to round out the pack. Now today's Pack 1 Pick 1. I think I'm going to go with Wedding Security. For 3 black, it is a 4/4 creature. Reads whenever Wedding Security attacks, you may sacrifice a blood token. If you do, put a +1/+1 counter on Wedding Security and draw a card. So this reads, drafting into blood tokens, anything that can generate and give you payoffs for blood tokens, which is going to be primarily in red and black in this set. So, while yes, this is a little bit pricey for a pick 1, I don't like going into 5 mana for a pick 1, but I think this is worth it. This is giving you the best part of the payoff of a blood token with drawing a card without all of the other steps involved with a blood token. Instead, it's letting you sacrifice the blood token to pump up this creature and get that card draw still. So, you're looking for any ways to generate blood tokens, which there are plenty of them in this set. And like I said, especially in red and black. And then you probably also want some other blood token payoffs, which again, we're in red and black. So it's a pretty different route, I think, trying to get going for a higher mana creature here to use as a signpost for blood tokens. I like it. Now that's my pick 1. There are other great cards in this pack though, so if you have a different pick 1 than me, let me know in the comments down below. But that's all for today, so thank you for cracking along with me. Be sure to check back tomorrow to crack open another pack.